So today what has my interest is the previous day's 6 p.m. candle and the 245 candle, the high here for the 245 candle. So normally when the 6 p.m. candle prints and price just leaves it without having any type of interaction with it, like an immediate rebalance or repricing to it, and just leaves it like it did here, I normally expect price to come to it again, but not to bounce off of it, but to run through it. Like, say it had some type of interaction with it, like repricing or immediate rebalance, I would be more leaning into thinking that if it comes down to it again, it's going to offer some support and then maybe see higher prices. But in this instance, I think if it's going to come this way, it's not going to come here to bounce. It's going to run through the 6 p.m. candle. And then I also have the 245 high here. I would have loved to see price purge it, but it's fine if it didn't, because we have this internal liquidity. So I could frame it as internal liquidity purge here, so that's enough. And lack of purging this as a sign, interpret that as a sign of heaviness. But yes, for today I would be looking for opportunities to go lower. I'm not putting myself in any type of pressure to call it right now, because I still have 10 a.m. I can wait for 10 a.m. to have more structure develop. So even if it's to go higher from here and not go lower, 10 a.m. there would be an entry opportunity for me. And or if it goes lower, 10 a.m. would offer an entry opportunities. So I can wait for 10 a.m. I don't have to put myself under the pressure of calling it. But for now, let me first put some lipstick on this pig. So there are important timestamps for me that I look for every day when I do my analysis. So I have to label the 6 p.m., the previous day 6 p.m. candle. I have to label that. And then the 245, the previous day 245 level candle, I have to label that. Then let me two post 245. It's not been paged, so I'm going to use a straight line. I use the dotted line when it has been paged, but it's not been paged, so I'm gonna use a straight line. It's intact. I have to also label the midnight open price current day, so it's this level here, midnight open. So at the moment I have to wait for more information, but I think it's 60% odds that we are going to see lower prices. And if you're going to see lower prices, thanks to this 6 p.m. candle, it's gonna run through it. Like, it's the draw for lower prices, but it's gonna run through it. So I have to wait for 10 a.m. for more information to evolve. So I do my analysis. My first analysis of the day is at between 6 and 7. And then if I'm not confident on a directional bias, or I have a directional bias but there is no entry opportunities, I have to wait for 10 a.m. for more structure to develop to get an entry opportunity, or to then try to figure out the directional bias. If I don't have a directional bias by 10:15, normally 10, something happens. So if nothing happens, then I call it a day. So what's going to happen now is I wait for 10 a.m. You might also say, why am I using the delayed data? I'm using delayed data. I don't have access to live data. I could also use the NASDAQ indices to get as close to real data as possible. But I like the NQ charts better. It prints cleaner, so I prefer it. Also, I use the 15 minutes time frame for everything, my analysis, my entries, my exits. So the 10 minutes delay on a 15 minutes chart is almost negligible, doesn't make that much of a difference on analysis wise, I mean. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. Leave some comments to let me know how I can improve this. So I will be posting my focus every day just to prevent hindsight bias, to hold myself accountable. Yes, so leave comments, let me know some suggestions. I'm open to that. Yeah, thanks guys.